Hello Leo and welcome to the Green Women Tarot. This is your reading for the next 2 weeks, which is from the 7th to the 21st of June 2021. And it's a general reading just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time. But before we delve into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle. And this is the Druid Craft and Plant Oracles, which I'll be using today to draw a couple of cards from, just to start your reading off with. So let's see, what words of wisdom does the mysterious oracle have for Leo for the 7th to the 21st of June 2021? What messages are here for Leo for the next 2 weeks? Oh dear, okay, I'll tell you what, we'll take that one and the frog one. See that they fell out like that. And let's see what you get. Oh, you've got the fir club moss and the frog. Frog is a nice lucky sign actually. And it sort of speaks of transitioning as well. You know, the frog starts off as a tadpole that is a water creature and then transmutes into a land creature. So it's about adjusting perhaps to a different environment, adjusting to a new you. And, you know, that's someone who has grown, who has developed, and is now needed to leave what was once their only environment and sort of start anew. And if you see the mushrooms there in the background, sort of depicts that growth, that spurt of growth that comes out in an unexpected and almost magical way. And then you've got the fir club moss, which is, you know, again, this sort of shows rising up. This is about a spark, you know, like a firecracker energy. It's something that is maybe small, may seem insignificant, but is strong and vibrant. Very, you know, look at the strength here in the rocks around it. You know, it sort of shows a surge of energy and strength and a renewal of yourself, a transformation that you may undergo. And it may well denote luck is on your side, because frogs are generally a sign of, you know, potential for wealth and good luck, good fortune coming your way. So let's see where the rest of the reading takes us. So let's see what's on the cards for Leo for the 7th to the 21st of June 2021. What messages are here for Leo for the next 2 weeks? And what does Leo need to know at this time? And this is the Druid Craft Tarot, which I'll be using today to draw an 8-card spread for you, with the first 2 cards depicting you, where you are now, your current situation. The next 2 cards highlighting the challenges that you're facing at this time, and the following 2 cards offering you some guidance from divine energies. And then the final 2 cards revealing your possible outcome to this time period, certainly showing the energies you're moving towards at the end of this period. So let's see what you get. So you start with the 3 of Pentacles and Justice. That shows working towards something, mastering something even. And then Justice is all about wise and measured decisions. Your challenges are the Lady and the 9 of Swords. Your guidance is the Feralt or Temperance and the Ace of Pentacles. And your outcome is the Wheel and the Princess of Cups. And you've got the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck as your underlining energy, and this is about feeling comfortable actually in, you know, having used your good sense and your abilities in order to amass growth and an abundance around you. You know, if you look at he's ready for his Christmas feast here. So, you know, there's a potential here for you to manifest a warm and stable environment. And look, you know, when I just think of the fir club moss, that firecracker, that fire starter, and there's a fire in the background there. But where you begin, you know, it's almost like you're working on mastering something, and that takes a bit of collaboration, a bit of guidance, and pulling together of knowledge and resources from others with a bit of help. But it seems that there's a decision as well that's important here, a decision to be made or being made around you. And that sort of suggests that in order to deal with this, or to make this decision, or to cope with what has been decided, you need to use your wise and measured thought. There's a word of wisdom there. You know, this shows that whatever the decision was, it's fairly made. It's made with thoughtfully, and you're willing to act upon it, or those around you are ready to act upon it. It sort of reminds you that there's I don't know if you can see it, there's a little spider in his web, and it reminds you of how everything is connected. So what you decide now, the decisions you make now, will have an impact. They'll ripple out into your life and stay with you for some time. They'll have an effect on other things. And it sort of links here with the Wheel card, which is also about you know, what goes around comes around, that sort of energy, that sort of how everything is linked and how everything has a time. But we'll get to that card in more depth later. So there you have it, learning, mastering something, and that needs to be mastered with the guidance or collaboration of others, and how what you're doing now is going to have an impact on later things. And you know, this may certainly talk of a decision being made now, of that needs to be made wisely and fairly, because it's going to impact on you later and on those around you later. And your challenges that you're facing now is this, perhaps for some of you it may well be a desire to settle down, to make a house and home, to be, you know, to get a family, to raise a family, to be in a sort of creative and long-standing relationship. The lady, or the Empress, also often indicates this lady is particularly pregnant as well. So it's not only birthing a child, but it also implies birthing a new creation. You sort of like, the challenge is to be. This is what you're wanting, perhaps what you're not able to feel you have right now is the ability to birth a new creation. Perhaps this, what you're mastering here, is something you want to create, and it's blocked because this is in your challenge row. And there's a sense of worrying about this. So the more you worry about it, the more you fret over it, the more you feel anxious about it, the more you think about it, you're just going to go round and round in circles because it's just not happening. And you need to release that, you know, free yourself from that turmoil by focusing your attention in other directions. Because, you know, this is a very self-perpetuating energy, this constant thinking, constant worrying, anxiety, you know, why not me? It's just going to go round and round and fill you with more anxiety and more despair. So there's your challenge, is actually to well, so it sort of shows what's bothering you at the moment is needing to birth a creation, or to feel that you're abundant, to feel that you're creative, and that by worrying about not being like that, you're making it worse. So the challenge is to release that worry, to channel your energies into new beginnings, into something else, and you've got them here. You've got the Feralt, which is about the blending of energies in a creative way to create something new. So it sort of says you can be creative, but you need to be measured. You need to balance things out a bit. So perhaps your focus needs to change. That sort of, you need to focus on other things, not just on what's not going right for you, but rather for what you can create now. This promises a potential to be very creative. And I mean, the frog also makes you think of fertility as well. There's a whole, you know, it sort of speaks here, there's a cycle here that you're going through, and you need patience and temperance in order to endure the frustration you may be feeling and not getting the reward straight away, and not feeling totally that you've achieved just now. So there's a sense that yeah, certainly this card particularly shows the blending of two different or two polar energies into creating, you know, they go into this creative melting pot and create something almost magical. But it sort of shows that it needs measured thought, measured preparation, a strategy of sorts perhaps, but certainly a calming presence of mind, rather than perpetuating your anxieties by thinking over them. So it sort of shows, rather than thinking and despairing, you need to take positive, balanced action towards blending the two aspects. Maybe this whole dilemma for you may be about two energies that just don't meld, and it sort of suggests a calmer approach and a practical approach as well. It's actually the blending of these two energies. But, you know, it promises hope on the horizon. The Feralt is a lovely card about depicting that the cycle of death, birth, death and rebirth is perpetuating here. So perhaps something is coming to its natural end. There again is a cycle, you know, this where you felt comfortable living underwater. It's time, it's part of a natural cycle to need to emerge from that and take off in a new direction and put your energies into something new, because that can bring further growth. And, you know, it shows here you have this potential. The Ace of Pentacles is the potential. Again, it does speak of moving out. If you look at the bear emerging from her cave, very much like the frog emerges from his water into a new year or a new environment. So it sort of speaks of moving further out, taking your energies, taking your focus out to something different, something new, and that is the potential. So it's a total, maybe it's a rejig of what you're wanting, but it sort of suggests moving out and emerging into a new era, a new area, and that area, it does require a lot of work, a lot of focus, a lot of energy, dedication, and willingness to learn, willingness to take mentorship and learn, and from that you can get this growth. And you know, you may find yourself growing in the most unexpected areas, in the most unexpected places, where it feels, look at this club moss thriving amongst all these rocks. And then, you know, if you're able to embrace this, so it's sort of about, it's almost like letting something go, letting the worry, the fret, letting that go, in order to allow yourself to find a new route, a new way of focusing your energy, a new pursuit. And this is something that has the potential to bring you a great sense of value, stability, wealth, and comfort. Not, you know, wealth when I say what is of value to you. And then, yes, so it sort of brings you to a turn of energy, a clicking of energy. You know, the wheel is about the turning of the times, you know, the seasons, how one thing gives way to another, part of its natural cycle. So it sort of shows me you'll be able to accept that and embrace and find a new fascination. The Princess of Cups sort of breathes in, absorbs the fascination she has for what it is she loves, what it is that brings her joy and comfort, and offers that out to the world. So it's almost suggesting you reinvent yourself, re-emerge, no matter, you know, so perhaps this, you feel that a decision may have been made around you, or even if that was a decision you made, it sort of cut you off from a desire, a dream, a potential that you wanted to create, to birth, to bring into the world. And the anxiety you're feeling over not being able to do that is holding you back from seeing that you have, or that this is all part of the natural cycle of things, and you have the potential to blend this old energy with a new energy and re-emerge to pursue something new, something different, and realize that it was all part of a natural cycle, and allow yourself to embrace and be fascinated by, enjoy a new pleasure and a new emotional happiness that you're able to present to the world and ultimately manifest in a very practical, in a very material and real sense, bringing you that sense of comfort, achievement, that happy where you are, rather than that angst-ridden figure. So there you have it, Leo. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you, and if so, please remember to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons, and then have a good productive 2 weeks, and God bless you till we meet again.